Okay, so good evening everybody. This is Pete W here. We're going to be streaming round 2 of Tier 1, which is going to take place today at the historic Monza. It's going to be some fun-packed action. I know it's going to be a very tight field. Let's see how it goes. We're just waiting on one driver, and we'll get going shortly. Gonna get the live chat up. Good evening, Jonathan Cox. Definitely one of the drivers we're going to be watching out for. Got a couple of new drivers in the field as well in AFRL Kovalainen, so welcome to the league. And I think that's the only, and Sparks F1. Yep, and Sparks F1. So yep, welcome to the league, guys. Hope you like it, hope you fit in and enjoy some of the best racing this league has to offer. This is Tier 1, our premium tier, filled with the fastest and best drivers, multiple champions in here. Let's see how it goes. So we're going to be readying up in approximately 1 minute, and yep, if drivers would like to ready up now, we will get going. Thanks for everyone tuning in. Please feel free to subscribe and comment. I will review the comments throughout the race when possible. Just going to put a message in the group to ready up. As always with our tiers, we have got an 18-minute qualifying session and a 50% race, which accounts for 27 laps here at the Italian Grand Prix. Typically, what is this going to be, a 120, low 120s, low 120s circuit. So let's see what our drivers are going to be capable of. Everyone is going to be wanting to catch up to our championship leader in H. Taylor, who took the full whack 26 points at the opening round in, was it Spain? Well, forgive me, I actually cannot remember what the opening round was, so let's have a quick look. France. I knew it was in Europe somewhere. So drivers are going to be wanting to catch up to H. Taylor. Nobody's going to want to give him too big of a lead, knowing from when we had Wednesday night racing, H. Taylor was formidable last season, and I know Little Jim especially, who would consider him one of his title rivals, will want to make up that points difference after a disappointing and unusually surprising bad race day for Little Jim at France, finishing outside of the points, something I don't think I've ever seen by Jim. But this is the first time we've done tiered racing, and it's going to show the best of what this league has to offer, as well as give the rest of us in tier 2 a chance to participate in it as well and fight for promotion into it. So we are now live with qualifying. We've got another 17 minutes. No drivers heading out on track yet. I'm guessing they're still sorting out their setups. Let's see how it goes. Let's see who's going to be first out to set their banker laps. I imagine drivers are going to want to do at least 2, if not 3 set flying laps. So I'm sure we're expecting the first cars out on track very shortly, and we can see one coming out now. It looks like an Alpine, and is that going to be our race winner, or is that going, it looks like that is going to be our race winner from Monday, Mr. Paul Harrison. Yep, Mr. Paul Harrison. I thought he was first out. It's another car out on track as well. That's going to be in Williams. So is that Matt Chandler? Yeah, Matt Chandler and Paul Harrison both out on track. Home race in his home car. Sparks has left the session. I'm just going to drop him an invite very quickly. Bear with me, guys. I will at some point send out invites to all drivers during the qualifying session just in case of a disconnection. Actually, I'm going to get that sorted now whilst we're in the early stages, so I'm going to send out a few more invites just to make sure all of the drivers... I cannot because they are currently in the lobby, so if drivers want to send other drivers invites, maybe invite your teammate just in case the lap they do drop, go for it. And we can see the last of drivers stay. Juventino is going to pop up into the Alfa Romeo seat that he has got from the draw as we're on board with Paul Harrison for his flying lap. Let's see what he's going to produce here. Start doing his flying lap on the mediums. So nice line there through the turns 1 and 2. Always important to get those right as you head down towards the fast ending of sector 1. 26.516. You can see Harv is also on a flying lap. Let's compare that to Harv. Harv being seen as one of the standout drivers, the drivers to beat in this year's championship, and has put in some blistering times from his time trials as well as his races. Him come second last week at 26.3. If I remember correctly, that's a couple of tenths faster than Paul Harrison, but not a great line there. Through turns 4 and 5 as we head up towards the tight bendy sections of 6 and 7. Good line there for Harv coming through. A lot of drivers already out on track, just 6 drivers in the pits. What is Harv going to do in a mixture? We've got some on the softs, we've got some on the hards. Matt Chandler doing a 120.934. Fantastic lap there by Matt Chandler, really getting that together. Harv losing a little bit there through Ascari. Could have definitely taken out a bit more oomph, but this is a bank lap. Paul Harrison going just 46 thousandths of a second slower than Matt Chandler, but crucially on the mediums as we see Mitch goes 7 tenths up on Matt Chandler, 120.2. Oh wow, Harv 120.1 on the hards, on the mediums. That is an amazing time. Right, who else to watch? Who have we got coming up? We've got a McLaren. Nope. So that would be Short Marcus. What is Short Marcus going to produce? He's going to be sub 120. No, a 120.707 on the mediums. Good enough for third place. Looks like he's going to continue going for another hot lap. Nope, he has indeed abandoned this lap. So who else have we got? We can see I've got 2 Williams. Let's sit on board with our championship leader, H. Taylor. What is H. Taylor going to produce here? 52.506. Now on the softs, I am expecting HT will be the first driver to go sub 120. Let's see if he does achieve this. I half came so close on the mediums. We're going to want to see at least half a second here for HT, or is he going to be in trouble come the start of the race with Harv on the fresh set tyres, losing a little bit there through the final turn, but he's going to come over the line and this is going to be fast. It's going to be a 1:19.309. Wow. First sub 120 of the evening. Is it going to be last? I don't think so. H. Taylor has put the benchmark down there, 1:19.309. Amazing lap by our championship leader. Amazing. Who else to watch now? We have got, let's sit on board with Jeremy Adkins coming through his sector 3 now. His time's looking decent. Let's see how he takes the last corner. So much action on the track, and we've got our first retirement of the session. FTH has retired a 125. Now that's going to be an on track. Yep, it looks like he's lost it through the Sky. And Jim, he's going to go. It's not going to be. It's going to be good enough for second. A 1:19.909, 6 tenths of a second behind H. Taylor. Now, where is our newcomer Sparks? So let's sit on board with Sparks. He's just coming around the first corner, or the first sector, sorry. So let's see how he does. A 26.2. Now, if I remember correctly, that is on par with Paul Harrison. Paul Harrison currently sitting in 9th on the medium tyres. So let's see what can Sparks produce through sectors 2 and 3. Good line there through turn 6. And turn 7 gets very curb happy. I thought he was going to invalidate there, but no, manages to keep it safe, keep it on the track. Got Mr. Spin moving out the way. Kieran Reese, Mr. Spin. And a 52.504 3. Fantastic line there through Ascari. Is he going to keep it together? Yes, he does. I think this is going to be fast. This is going to be fast. Fantastic line there. Best line I've seen so far through Ascari as we head up to Parabolica. Really revving the throttle and gets on the throttle. Is this going to challenge HT? 1:19.072. Wow. I mean, I think Ascari made all the difference there. That was an amazing line Sparks was able to take through Ascari. Last thing he wants to do now is park his car up. He will be risking this DSQ for parking in a dangerous location. So who else have we got? Let's sit on board with the guy that I have probably had one of the most amazing battles of my online racing career with, Chris Amu, 26.7. So that's about half a second down on Sparks. Really revving the throttle there. Got a yellow flag in sector 1. Looks like a McLaren's come off around the first turn. Chris getting a good exit out of turn 7. Heading up towards the end of sector 2. What's Chris going to produce here? 54 flats. Not had to adjust his line there through Ascari. What is Chris going to produce here? Last possible second to break. Runs a bit wide. He's going to have to compromise his exit a little bit. Cuts to the inside. And that is going to be 1:21.194 for Chris. I'm sure he is going to want to go again. So who have we got? Who can be a person of attention? We've got a lot. We've got Sparks that out, but I'm going to presume that's an in lap. So who have we got that we can watch? We've got a bit of a build up in the pits at the moment, but who can we watch? Let's sit on board with Short Marcus. It looks like he's just started his flying now. Good line there out of turn 2. Marcus currently 1.7 seconds behind Sparks in pole, sitting in 10th position. However, FTR Fatir will not be able to set another lap time. Already 3 tenths up on his fastest lap, Marcus, in the number 1 McLaren. Good line there through turn 6, a bit wide, but keeps it together there. Really hugging the curbs. Good line there from Marcus, picking up a bit of slipstream here from Chris Amu. Moves at the right last second. We've got a driver ahead coming up to Ascari. Hopefully that won't impede us now. 7 tenths up by Marcus. Good line there. Is he going to hold it? Yes, brilliant line there. Brilliant line there by Marcus, who's going to get a lovely slipstream for Kovalainen, who's going to be starting his outlap shortly. He needs to get out of the way. Kovalainen needs to get out of the way. Hopefully this does not impede Marcus's lap. What is Marcus going to do here? What sort of time are we looking at for Marcus, who does have to change his line, and it's going to be a 1:19.6. So does Marcus have more? I think he's going again. He wants to go again. Both drivers side by side, and Kovalainen ditches the attempt, and Marcus now moving across side. I'm not quite, I don't want to speculate onto what happened there. Let's move on to another driver. So we have got Mitch. Okay, right, who am I watching here? Who am I watching? Let's watch some drivers. Let's watch Denmark. Currently in 7th place. It's Lou up to 4th with a 1:19.817. Now I can see we've got an Alpine, and is that going to be Paul Harrison? Nope, so it's going to be the other Alpine of Sparks and Matt Chandler. Matt Chandler on a fast lap. No, he's not on a fast lap. So who have we got? SpongeBob, he's on sector 2, but again not a fast lap, so it looks like he will be going again. Eat My Dust will sit on board. Eat My Dust had some good battles with him over the time, but he does invalidate there going through turn 4. So Taylor, let's see what he's going to do coming through sector 2. 11 thousandths down on his first sector time, half a tenth up on his second sector. Loses a little bit there coming through the second part of Ascari, but I think that was a better exit for him than he had previously. Let's see what he's going to produce here going into the last turn. Only 5 minutes left to quali. This is intense. This is going so quickly. Great line there from HT early onto the throttle, pulls to the inside, and 119.226 reduces the gap slightly as we see Little Jim also jump up into third with a 119.549. Jonathan Cox out of nowhere, 119.445 up into third in the Ferrari. All drivers pretty much setting their fastest lap times on the hard tyres now. Let's see what are we going to get from TRM. I thought that's going to be very close to an invalidation there. Not a great line coming out of turn 2. What is he going to produce though? This will be his first line lap. I'm surprised he hasn't looked to get onto the softs, but each driver should know 26.7, about half a second slower than the fastest drivers. So he stays up into 9th place. The gap between 8th and 11th being just 0.141 of a second. Mitch ahead of Harv. Surprise, quite interestingly actually. And we've got another driver, Paul Harrison, up to 4th, outbeating Little Jim by 18 thousandths of a second. Paul Harrison really showing that he deserves to be in this league. Winning on Monday, a great performance here so far. Let's see if that translates into the race. Hopefully it does. And we've got Eat My Dust coming down towards the last corner. Quite early on the brakes there, releasing quite early. However, a 121.614 will get him ahead of SpongeBob, but only because SpongeBob did have a bad lap. I'm guessing there might have been a problem. He might have spun or something like that. So I'm sure he's going to be wanting to come out again. Who have we? Can we have our eye on? Matt Chandler will be coming in. Let's have a watch of Good line here into turn 7. Very aggressive line. That's going to give him a couple of extra hundredths there. So he heads down towards the end of Ascari. Pushing that car as hard as he can. That's going to be an invalidation there. No. Wow, okay then. That's a very big surprise. What is Harv going to produce here? This is going to be a 1. This is going to be close. A 198. Wow. Harv leaving it right to last second. 118.727. The first, I was not expecting us to be into the teens, let alone 118. Wow. Harv has set the benchmark, and Sparks, having just lost first on the outlap, we're going to sit on board with our former pole sitter, provisional pole sitter. Two minutes to go. I think it's fair to say that is Harv done, unless he decides to go for another lap on those tyres. It looks like he is. Wow. No, but he's invalidated, so he's not. No, he's not. Okay, so let's sit on board with Sparks. .25.8 already, 0.4 of a second up on his flying lap. Obviously going purple. Wow. Sparks going to be able to choose here. Great line there through turn 7. Heading down towards the end of sector 2. What are we looking at here? Half a second up. And he loses it for Ascari. That's going to be... Is that terminal? That is terminal. Sparks had it in the... Just had to get through that corner and that was it for him. But no. That is going to be unfortunate for him. Now, little Jim has improved. Not enough. Is he going to go again? Yeah, he is. Let's have a look. Jim currently our highest placed driver on track on a fast lap. 2 tenths down on his first sector. Short Marcus has retired. I'm presuming that is in the pits. No, that looks like it's on track. No, it's on the pits. In the pits, yeah. Seeing a McLaren on track and then in the pits, yeah. So decent line there by Jim. Coming through turn 7, going to get a bit of a toe off of Lou. Coming up to the end, and he's 0.04 of a second up off the line through Sky. We're going to be like. Takes a bit of the curb, not too much. Great line there, great line early onto the throttle and heading down towards the last turn. What is little Jim going to be able to produce here? Quali is now finished. Little Jim will be the first one to cross the line and take the checkered flag for Quali. Where is this going to put him now? Is he going to improve? 4th, 10th behind H. Taylor, who is just starting his flying lap. Half will not be able to set another lap, so it is H-Tay, Paul Harrison. Is Jim doing another lap? I'm not quite sure here. Did he get? I don't think he did not get over in time. He can't have. No, he can't have. But he is 4 tenths up, so he must have done okay then. Let's see. This is going to be interesting. I thought he was going to lose it there. This looks like a phenomenal so far from Jim. Really running this car to the edge of its limits. We've got HT just ahead at 52.288. 52.288. What's Jim going to do? 52.093. Currently half a second up. He's just got to keep it together now. Is this going to be provisional pole? Great line there by Jim. HT. Jonathan Cox up into second, just a 10th of a second behind IHAV. However, is HT going to come over and steal the party from IHAV? No, he does not. 119, 111. What is Jim going to do? That must have been an... Jim must have already taken the checker flag, and it was simply a Cody's. Okay, so sorry about the coverage there, guys. It was shown on my screen as Jim on a hot lap. Maybe he just screwed up the last couple of corners. We don't know, but he did decide to pit instead of go for it. And that is the grid. Seeing SpongeBob shot right up in the last few minutes into 9th, as well as Chris and Moot. Now, how's Chris going to feel about 15th place? However, he did have a great comeback in the start with in Monday, starting from 10th. Let's see if he can do the same again. Just now waiting for the drivers to finish off, and we will be getting going very shortly, guys, for the race. Straight into it. No formation lap, 50%, 27 laps in Italy. As we can see there, Harv taking first place, excuse me, from Jonathan Cox, just a 10th behind. Sparks on his debut in the league, starting in 3rd position, 2nd row alongside our championship leader H. Taylor. Little Jim alongside his championship rival in 5th. Paul Harrison in 6th, rounding off the 3rd row. We've then got Steve and Tino and Short Marcus on the 4th row. SpongeBob and Cider Space finishing off the top 10. Mitch in prime position, getting free choice of fresh tyres, starting 11th. Lou in 12th. Matt Chandler 13th. Denmark 14th. Chris in 15th. FTH unfortunate to retire early on, starting in 16th. Kieran Reese in 17th, aka Mr. Spin. Debutant Kovalainen in 18th. Callum Jones in 19th, and Eat My Dust rounding off the positions in 20th. Just now waiting, the drivers will be selecting their setup, their strategies, how much fuel they're going to fuel, are they going to underfuel, are they going to overfuel, are we going to get a safety car? It's going to be a dry race, dry here at Monza. Going to produce some very fast paced, high speed action, and I'm sure some amazing overtakes over the course of the next 40 minutes. Stay tuned. I am Pete W. Thank you once again for tuning in to what's going to be an amazing race. here in the OBF1 Racing League Tier 1 Round 2 of 12 here at the Italian Grand Prix in Monza. We'll shortly be getting going. And going to sit on board with Jonathan Cox. Let's see how does he do off the line. And we go here at Monza. Good start there. It looks like Sparks has got the line on him. Getting so close. Is Jonathan Cox going to hold second place? iHub has got clear Wayne. We have got contact coming through the first turn. Further back. Wow, a series of cars, and I saw a McLaren off. There is a McLaren off. Who is that? Wow. We've got Itzlu out, short Marcus with wing damage. Mitch has got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with. Wow, that was insane. We have already got a safety car. 2 retirements in Matt Chandler and Lou. Wow. What a start, and we are under safety car already here at Monza. As you can see, most of the drivers did choose to start on the softer compound tyres. Let's have a look at position change. I mean, it's all over the place right now. Where are we? Position change. So the big, crazy start, big winners from that. FTH up 7 places, Kovalainen up 8 places, 18th to 10th. Callum Jones 8 places up from 19th to 11th. Big losers, Paul Harrison down, no win whatsoever. So the climbing definitely seemed to happen at the front of the grid. Mitch down from 11th to 14th. Short Marcus down from 8th to 50. Paul Harrison down to 17th. Has TRM Meet My Dust not got any wing damage notes, so he is going to gain a few more places. Thankfully, the last 4 drivers are going to be able to get into the pit. Denmark is going to be double stacked behind Mitch, however, with the safety car, it's not going to be too huge of an issue, thankfully. But wow, what a start to this Grand Prix. So we're now on the safety car regulations. I'm just going to go and use the toilet and be right back, guys. So thank you. Hi guys, I'm back. Thank you for staying tuned whilst we are covering the safety car action here at Monza after an insane start to the race. I'm surprised there were not more retirements, to be honest. When it kind of looked like Belgium 1996, was it? That was insane. Just wow. So this is now lap 3. I do think this is going to be the last lap, as we see Short Marcus now catching up the pack. Now, I think the key crucial thing here for Little Jim is that he has managed to get ahead of H. Taylor, our championship leader. That's also going to be great news for Harv, who's currently sitting in second place in the championship behind H. Taylor. Currently is going to become the de facto safety car. Yeah, it does look like Denmark will catch the pack up before the end of the lap, so the safety car, even if it is short, will decide to come in. Yeah. Won't be announced yet, I hope. Callum is out. Callum is out. We've got penalties galore here. 2 5-second penalties being dished out. One for Kovalainen for colliding with Callum Jones, and one for State Juventino, a collision. So are we going to get going? Nope, it looks like there is going to be one more lap because there's a split in the pack. So we've got one more lap here. I'll say no. Wow, okay, that safety car is in. This is going to be not much prep time here for Harv. He's going to be leaving it right to the last second. Sit on board with Sparks for this. When is Harv going to drop the throttle? Let's see. And there he goes, Harv goes, and Jonathan Cox is quick to react to it, not allowing Sparks, who was alongside him, to get the move. H. Taylor already making light work of Little Jim, who's going to take it into the corner. No, Jim's got the inside. Sparks outbreaks himself. Jim up to third from fifth. H. Taylor, is he going to get past Sparks? Yes, he is. There's a bit of contact there between the two drivers. Does H. Taylor manage to keep it on the track and ahead of Sparks? Yes, he does, but Jim up to fifth and on the back of Jonathan Cox. Great views here as we see Sparks going down the inside of H. Taylor. Is he going to get this move stuck? Does not appear so, no. So we're coming through. What is the situation here? We've got Chris Amu up to 9th, Kovalainen in 10th, Mr. Spin in 11th. We've got it. SpongeBob has had, looks like he's had huge, he must have got some wing damage and had to pit. Unfortunate there for SpongeBob, who's doing so well, up to 6th position if my memory serves me correctly. Harv, however, is pulling out quite an impressive gap. It's going to be a bit of a DRS train between Cider Space up until Spider Space, who's just over a second behind Sparks. The top 5 DRS train, a DRS train behind Cider Space as well. He's got Stay just 0.3 of a second. Let's sit on board with this battle. Stay and Cider Space coming through the last corner. Cyberspace getting good traction and being able to hold off Stay, who looked like to be gaining very quickly. Cyberspace moves to the inside of the Mercedes. Alfa Romeo taking the slipstream as much as he can. He's going to make a move around the outside, but Cyberspace doing as much as he can to close that door for Stay and managing to do so effectively and cleanly. So we've got a bit of a train here. Got Mitch right behind Kieran. Kieran reserving in the Haas and doing an amazing job right behind his teammate Chris Amu. Mitch taking a look at the inside, but then going back towards the outside. Number 90 on the Alpha Tauri. Kieran running a bit wide there, but Mitch unable to take advantage of it. Paul Harrison right on the back of Mitch, with a lot more ERS for Mitch as well. Let's see, is Paul going to be able to make a move here? And soft tyres are still going to be so much faster as well. Decent line there for Ascari. Onto the ERS, onto the ERS, electric recovery system. Mitch having fallen back with the spin alongside Chris Amoot. Wow, the fastest laps just dropping and dropping. Every one of the top 5 going on to set 1, but Sparks holding it currently with a 121.4. Paul Harrison comparison 123.2. Mitch, this is going to be one heck of a DRS train as we go into the 3rd lap of racing, and DRS will be open. As we can see now, SpongeBob has indeed retired. He looks like he's lost it out of Ascari. Kovalainen has also had to pit. So on board with Mr. Spin, Kieran Rees. Doing a great job once again in the Haas, really representing in Tier 1 as a Tier 2 reserve. Good line there for Kieran. He's going to have DRS. He's going to make easy work of Chris Shorley. Faster tyres, ERS, using the DRS as well. Chris doesn't even put up a challenge against his teammate. He knows, give him the space, let him go for it. Those tyres are going to wear off eventually as Kieran does run, take that corner very wide. Is that going to give Chris an opportunity to come back? It does not look like it, and using a lot of ERS to try and get back. Right, let's move towards the front. We've got a decent battle for the front positions. We've got Little Jim just 3/10 of a second behind Jonathan Cox. Breaking very late there. Half still in first, and a gap starting to form up to Stay, who is up to 6th. Fantastic effort there by Stay, having started well out of the top 10. And we have a yellow flag. Where's the yellow flag? It's the Aston Martin of Kovalainen having a nightmare start, getting close to being overlapped, having already pitted twice. Once, but it looks like he's really struggling on those medium tyres. Jonathan Cox getting a better line there. Both of whom are going to have ERS on half. Excuse me. I've managed to hold these drivers off now with relative ease. Jim losing it a little bit out of the corner. Will that have triggered a warning for track limits? I know they're so easy to pick up, especially out of Ascari. They're super hot about it. Got again a massive DRS train for him in here. The top 5 really battling one another. Right, Jonathan Cox. He's broken Jim. He's got the slipstream on iHalf. iHalf takes the inside to defend. Great line there by the two drivers, wheel to wheel. Is Jonathan Cox going to have it? Who's got this coming out of turn for 2? iHalf still holding on. And Little Jim down the inside of Jonathan Cox. Jonathan Cox unable to make the move for first stick. And Jim coming right back at him. Now up to 2nd place in the Red Bull. Lap 8 of 27, and some amazing action so far here. Top 5 battling like crazy. We've got Sparks and Jonathan Cox. Looks like they all come together. I saw Jonathan Cox's hand up. An automated response from the driver when getting tapped by a car. So half all the meanwhile, only 7/10 and DRS really reducing that, but still managing to hold these drivers off. They're battling. He's in clean air. They're all in dirty air. So we see Jonathan Cox run very wide there through Ascari. Definitely going to be a track limit. We've got the Aston Martin of Kovalainen has now retired, and we've got a safety car. We have got a safety car. Are the drivers going to use this opportunity to pair? Where did Kovalainen lose there? Looks like he's lost it out of Parabolica. Has lost it out of Parabolica, and already down to 15 drivers. 5 retirements in. It's Lewis Matt Chandler in the first lap. Callum Jones then shortly during safety car regs. It's SpongeBob and Kovalainen bringing out the safety car. So safety car 2 of this 27 lap race, and we're only on to lap 9. Oh, well, we know. We've got FTH now leading the pack, and it's going to be straight behind the safety car. No deltas, just straight behind the safety car. Now, what is the tyre situation? That is what I think I want to check. So we've got Denmark, who's got soft tyres, 6 lap old soft tyres. Would I have made the opportunity here to change onto the mediums or hards to go the rest of the way? I think so, but having that potential clean air is really going to help the AlphaTauri driver. Everyone from half down, 6th position down, have now pitted, so the top 5 are really going to have to make waves here to try and make these tyres work. From FTH and Chris on these tyres from the start of the race. Paul Harrison and Denmark both having pitted after the lap 1 incidents, and then Eatmo Dust having started 20th, I do believe it was 20th where he started. 20th place up to 5th on his original mediums. Now the question is, what sort of strategy is TRM going to be producing? Is he going soft to medium to soft? With the way these safety cars are going, I would not be surprised. 2 safety cars in 9 laps, I would not have expected that. And FTH getting assigned to speed up towards the safety car, obviously not allowed more than 10 car lengths between the safety car and first place, nor between any of the cars. This will be a relief for Short Marcus, who has pitted onto fresh mediums, over a minute behind the rest of the field, so he's going to be really going for it to catch the field up. But forever closing, already coming around to the end of sector 2, and I'm sure after just one lap of safety car here we'll very easily catch up to the pack before we get going again. So 17 laps remaining here at Monza, and already a second safety car. I mean, 39 laps of Monaco in tier 2, not a single safety car, 2 safety cars in 10 laps here at Monza. It's surprising. I was expecting a safety car. It's a fast track and it's a testosterone driven track, i.e. you're going to have everyone being like, this is a sprint circuit, I've got to go fast. And yeah, you do. But obviously you've got to balance fast with racecraft and safety, and that's the battle here for the drivers in the top tier, is that everyone in this tier is fast. Everyone here, if they haven't been a race winner, they have been on a podium in our mixed ability leagues from last season, or have come in and just blown us away with their time trials or their performances. So everyone in this league knows how to race, and knowing that, obviously you've got to give some, you've got to take some, and you've got to have that, I guess, mutual respect for the other drivers. I know there is a lot of respect between the drivers. I know there are some rivalries, and we get the notification the safety car is in this lap. It's only been 2 laps, which is quite surprising. But yeah, Marcus has caught up to the field, as has Spider Space, and we're going to sit on board with Chris and Moot to see his reaction to FTH launches. FTH has now become the de facto safety car, and already over a second lead, and FTH floors it. Chris and Moot unable to react. FTH goes for it and goes for it early, and it sticks. It does stick already. Wow, 1.2 second lead. Chris and Moot has got it all to do. He's got Paul Harrison right on his back. Is Paul going to go for the move down the inside? No, he thinks better of it, but Denmark gets squeezed there a little bit. Who's going to get the better line out of turn 2? Paul Harrison does. And is he going to have a look at Chris and Moot to come into turn 1? But FTH already 1.7 seconds up on Chris, who's going to have to defend heavy here to stop Paul Harrison from taking this. He's on the inside for turn 4, but braking earlier. Chris running wide. Paul's going to get a better line out of turn 4. And managed to keep it. Harv, wow, Harv screaming through the field there, getting past Denmark and Chris and Moot up into third. Harv wanting to make the most of it. He's the only freshly pitted driver. He's up into third. Our next driver is Little Jim, having progressed up to 6th from 7th. But wow, I mean, Harv is really going for it. He's not waiting around. He wants to establish that lead over the other drivers, i.e. that have already pitted for their medium tyres when the safety car come out in Little Jim, Sparks, HT. He's not waiting around for this, and he's going for it. He's already down to 60% ERS. Jonathan Cox is out. He's lost it out of Ascari. And guess what? Another safety car. Awesome. I am sure the driver's going to be out. Yep, the drivers will be passing the safety car, and we've got 1 lap of Delta racing. So drivers are avoiding their Delta, and the safety car will pick them up next lap. I am going to go to the toilet, guys, and be right back. Thank you. Hey guys, I am back. So we've got Paul in the pits. Paul is going to change his tyres. FTH is still going to resume with the 12 lap mediums he has got on him, and both drivers will get picked up by the safety car very shortly. So we've got 3 drivers right at the back. Interestingly, Denmark and Chris have both changed onto the softs. Are they going to last 14 laps? I mean, at this rate, yes, because 14 laps might equate to about 4 laps of racing. No, just kidding, let's hope not. I'm not going to jinx it, but an ambitious decision there by the Haas and the AlphaTauri drivers. So now down to 14 drivers here at Monza. 20 started, 14 remain. And yeah, let's wait. We're just going to wait for the safety car to get things sorted. I imagine it will be out for at least 1 more lap, but field will bunch up again and then we'll do another lap of racing. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully no more safety cars. 3 already, 13 laps in, and this is the 7th lap under safety car regulations. So let's see what the drivers are going to do with the rest of the 14. Jonathan Cox has left the session. That was so unfortunate, but Jonathan Cox was racing absolutely brilliantly. I'm sure the Ferrari driver will be gutted. So thank you to those tuning in. Jonathan Cox, if you are still watching, do let us know what happened. It was, I see you lost it through Ascari, but anything more? Drivers really doing their best to keep the tyre in these fresh tyres. FTH on 13 lap old mediums, as well as TRM having just started our 14th lap of the race. Chris Moot is in the pit. Is this a wing change? Ah, I see what Chris has done. He likes the mediums. He started on the mediums, he's going to finish on the mediums, and did 1 lap on the softs under safety car. Very clever. I've never thought of that before. That's a very clever move there by the Haas driver. Let's see if that pays dividends for him, because he's now on fresh tyres. He's going to catch the field up easily. That's a very clever move there by the Haas driver. He has made the compound change. But with it not being an open racing, will that affect his time? Will that bring on a penalty? I'm not sure, because I've never seen that manoeuvre before, but I believe you have to do 1 lap of racing, and safety car behind safety car is not racing. So let's see if that does affect him at the end. Hopefully not. Hopefully we're going to see a charge through by the Haas driver with his teammate Kieran up in 8th. But surprisingly, I think the safety car will come in this lap. The field is going to bunch up. Yep, there we go. Safety car is in this lap. So FTH once again is going to resume duties now. I have, hopefully, I'm sure he's not going to let FTH get away with the same move, which he made on Chris and Moot, already establishing a 1.7 seconds after sector 1. I have very much on his tail. And FTH goes early. He goes very early. Already a second, but half closing the gap, half closing the gap. Has FTH gone too early? I'm going to say no. He's still got half a second over IHAV, who's got a half second over Little Chim. Where's the battles? We've got Sparks behind TRM. We've got Cyberspace behind Kieran, who's now up to 7th. TRM going very deep into turn 1, and Sparks having to get on the brakes to not make contact. Now around the outside. Very clean pass there by the Alpine driver to get past TRM. We've got Harv right on the back of FTH. He's closed up. He's going to go for the move. There is no doubt about that with Harv. He's already used 20% of his ERS to catch up. Oh, gets a bit slippy there out of turn 6 down to turn 7, braking very late onto the throttle. 84% ERS. Going to use it to stay on board with FTH. Not let Little Jim get any closer than he has to. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2, but I can't see why. It does look like Paul Harrison has lost it. Paul Harrison looks like it had to pit as we started the race for some reason. However, let's watch this. I have down the inside, breaks very late wheel to wheel action with Vettel and FTH. And Harv makes the move stick, but FTH is not going to give up easily. He's got the slipstream, he's using his ERS, 45% left. Gets past Harv straight away, no messing about there. He's not letting Harv have this easily. I see a bit of a gap now forming between third and fourth in Jim and Sparks, but Sparks crucially has clean air. Jim has got 2 cars ahead of him, so will Sparks close this gap? Already 2 seconds ahead of Eatmo Dust, who he overtook last lap in spectacular fashion around that corner. Let's watch the front 3 for a bit. FTH really holding command here. iHeart struggling to get past, and he's going to be eating those tyres up behind with Jim catching. Sparks, I reckon, will be within RS range of these drivers by next lap. I mean, he's already under a second, so definitely. So we head down towards Ascari. Harv in the slipstream of FTH. Jim moving to the inside, but no, to no avail. Good line there by 4 driver. Sparks getting a little bit angsty on the exit of, as we see Denmark getting past side of space on those soft tyres. Chris Amu already up to 10th place from 14th, so making that strategy really work for him and back in the points already, not needing to pit again. He's on the fresh softs, on the fresh mediums. Wow, look at this, we've got to sit on board for this one. We're going to go free line into turn 1. Harv and Jim really going for it. Who's going to get this? Who's going to break last? There's going to be contact. Brilliant driving there by the 2. FTH down to 3rd, and Harv and little Jim now taking 1st, 2nd. FTH down to 3rd, and Sparks right on the rear of FTH. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. It's a Alpha Tauri. That's going to be Mitch. Yes, yeah, that's Mitch. Guessing there might have been contact coming through turns 1 and 2, but we're going to stay on board with this action. Sparks trying desperately to get past FTH. He's going to have a look on down the inside, but thinks better of it. FTH getting a little bit wide there. Paul Harrison taking the fastest lap so far, 1:21.4. Is anyone going to be able to combat that? Obviously, extra point is worth 4 drivers to finish in the top 10. Paul is quite shy of that, however, catching up to stay Juventino. Sparks looks to the inside, but thinks better of it. Sensible move there by our debutant in the Alpine. But with ERS, with the ERS and soon DRS, is he going to make the move before the line? No, but he has got the inside line. FTH is going to have to really produce something special to hold off Sparks. Who completes the move is going to get ERS. There the wing pops, and what is Fatir going to be able to do here? Is he going to be able to come back like he did at iHarv? iHarv did not have DRS at that time, but no, it looks like Sparks, brilliant line there by Sparks to defend. Now, we can see that battle. So Jim not maintaining the gap to iHarv, and Sparks is now out of DRS capability, so will not have DRS when approaching the next section. I'm not going to jinx it because he is catching. Very much so. It's going to be close. Very aggressive line there to get over in the second. He is. Is this going to produce ERS for him? Jim already out of DRS. I don't want to predict who is and who isn't. It's so close between the drivers. Sparks has definitely got it. Has Jim got it? Yes, Jim has also got it. Both drivers just about getting it. At half, work driving this Aston Martin car well to its capabilities. An amazing drive here by our second place driver. Where is our championship leader in H. Taylor? Back down in 9th place in the Williams on 8 lap old mediums, really struggling to break through the field, and he's going to have Chris Amoot on him. He's on 3 lap old mediums very shortly. I feel Chris, definitely one of our faster drivers in the league. And a much fresher mediums as we see a driver heading into the pits. Harv has pitted. Is this a... There must have been a collision because Harv is behind FTH. And yeah, it's a front wing change. Did we miss something? Maybe Harv lost it through Ascari. But Harv in the pits getting a wing change. That's going to be devastating for our second place driver in the championship. going to be down in 11th, both him and FTH switching on to fresh soft tyres, 8 laps to go. Let's see what they can do, but we've got Sparks right on the back of Little Jim. I'm not going to commentate his cursing, but Sparks second place, debut race for OBF1. We had a debutant in Savkov win tier 2. Is it going to happen twice in one day? Let's see. Okay, we've got any other battles? We've got good battle shaping up here for 4th position between TRM and Short Marcus. TRM does need to pit though, so how long is 18 lap old mediums? He's got to be looking to get into the pits shortly. He's more than within the range for those soft tyres. He started on these. He's gonna want to get in the pits as we see him head towards the pits mark. No, wow, he's staying out. Marcus, is he going to be able to make short work of this? Short Marcus isn't be able to make short work of this, so he's to pun him. And up into 4th goes Marcus with a very relatively comfortable move using both his ERS and DRS to battle. So where are we? Sparks in the meanwhile has got past Little Jim, whoever is on the inside. Wow, Sparks breaking a lot earlier there than Jim. I actually thought Jim had missed broke, but it just seemed Sparks did break early. He will have DRS coming through the end of sector 2 up to Ascari. What can he do with it? He, however, is not using ERS. Okay, he might have an issue with the car. I don't know, but for some reason no DRS was being used there. I'm not sure why. I think maybe he wants it during the back straight, the main straight. But he's already passed Little Jim. I think Little Jim conceded the position so that he would have DRS. I mean, the tactics DRS has brought into this race, into racing, is crazy. But now Sparks does hold first position. Little Jim is going to come straight back at him. He's got the DRS wide open. Slipstream moves to the inside. And wow, without even using any DRS, makes the move with relative comfort. Denmark, wow, Denmark. Now, if he can make these softs last him, it's going to be hard. He would have done 15 laps at that point. As we see, FTH set the fastest lap of the race on 120.468, sitting in 10th position. I have 11 seconds behind him. Is he going to do the same? Let's see. So, I have unable to match FTH's pace on the quid pro quo soft tyres. We've got Denmark, where we've got some decent battles. We've got battle shaping up for 6th, and I say that, and Side of Space is sideways out of turn 6. Unfortunate there for Side of Space. Needs to get back on track and has done so safely. How far ahead? We got FTH coming right up behind him. No, FTH currently the fastest driver. Fresh soft. Is Side of Space going to be able to come off? I don't think so. Side of Space is going to want to make sure those tyres don't go. He is going to want to. Is he going to be? Make sure those tyres don't go. Yeah. And FTH making the move for 9th place for the Alfa Romeo team. Currently only Alfa Romeo driver in the top 10. Stay Juventino in 14th. And Stay has retired. It looks like nope. He's just lost it through turn 5. But a good move there by FTH to take 9th position. And we've got TRM finally into the pits. He's going to be going on to the fresh softs. Let's see what he can do with that. Mitch is now at 7th. Chris is up to 6th with his cheeky with his very cheeky medium soft, 1 lap soft medium strategy. I'm going to have to give him kudos for it. And he's 3.8 seconds behind our championship leader, H. Taylor. Now, if I remember correctly, Chris was in the top 5 at France. So let's see what he's able to produce here. Is it going to be another top 5 finish? Is he going to be able to close the gap to our championship leader? I think this championship is going to look very weird come the end of Monza, as we're seeing it at the moment. So where are the battles? We've got a good battle here shaping up for the final points paying position. Now TRM does have a penalty, as we see Fatir picks up a 3-second penalty. His closest driver is 10 seconds behind, and we've got Stay Juventino in the pits retiring. Please excuse me. So let's have a look at the penalty situation. So Eat My Dust is on fresh softs. How long has Paul Harrison been on these tyres? 6 laps compared to TRM's fresh tyres. So will TRM be able to pull out the 3 seconds he needs to hold on to that final points position, or indeed will Paul make a mistake? I guess the next 5 laps are going to show us. We've only got 5 more laps left of this race, and we've got an amazing battle going on for first between Sparks and Little Jim, both on 13 lap olds. So Denmark on 10 lap old mediums, catching them both up, but Jim, I thought they were side by side there for a second. Sparks getting a slightly better exit out of that corner. We've got Short Marcus really catching up on Denmark. He is within DRS range. 13 lap old mediums, you've got to wonder at what point have the mediums become better than the softs, but all 4 drivers producing some really good lap times. Quid pro quo really. Denmark, I think we're getting close to the turnover. This Denmark posting exactly the same time as Little Jim. Great line there by the AlphaTauri driver, currently on board for a double points AlphaTauri finish. But what can Jim do? He's got 4 laps. Around the last corner. We got Chris and Moot only 2/10 of a second behind Mitch. He looks to the inside but thinks better of it. Guess he's just letting Mitch know that he is there and he is waiting to pounce. Has to adjust his line there slightly, but I thought he had the inside line and sit on board with Chris, see if he can make use of the DRS system. Sparks gets a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. That is going to play huge. We've got Mitch trying to get the slipstream with Chris. But yeah, great driving there by the 2 drivers. Mitch conceding the place to Chris. Oh, I thought Chris was very slow on the uptake there. Is Mitch going to come right back at him? Let's have a look. We head towards turn 4. Mitch has a look up the inside but thinks better of it. Some great driving there, and we've got a yellow. Denmark has spun it. Denmark has lost it out of turn 5. HT is now up to 4th, and it looks like Chris and Mitch and FTH are all going to get past Denmark. When is he going to be going again? Yep, and he gets going, having dropped from 3rd to 8th, so that promotes Short Marcus up to 3rd. HT up to 4th. Sparks running very wide there. He is putting himself at jeopardy of losing the podium here. He's only got 2.9 seconds to HT. They're on identical tyres, and he is with a 3-second penalty. The only driver in the top 6 as Mitch spins. Mitch is down. Chris is out. What has happened there? Oh my. 3 laps to go and a safety car. No, this is what you hate to see. We're going to be under safety car laps 24, 25. It's going to be a 2-lap sprint. Wow, penalties are going to kill. We've got H. Taylor pitting. He's going for that fastest lap. He wants that fastest lap. What is... So who was that? That was Chris and Moot. I don't know what happened there between Chris and Mitch, but Chris is out, having, looks like he might have lost it out of Ascari. I can see sector 3 right at the edge of Ascari, so I don't know what happened there between the 2 drivers, if anything. He may have simply got curb happy, throttle happy and gone. Who knows? But we're now down to just 12 drivers, 5 drivers with penalties. Now all drivers are going to be under a delta, so the gap is not going to close, and I'm imagining it's only going to be 1 lap under the safety car before we then get going again. But it's showing us as on lap 25. We're going to get 1 lap of racing. This surprises me. So who does this put in great positions? iHarv has been given a 20-second time penalty for speeding under safety car. Harv, who was up to 6th position, has been given a 20-second penalty with 2 laps to go. Same for Denmark. What is going on here? This has gone crazy now. The retirement of Chris and Moot, bringing out the safety car with just 3.5 laps to go. We're now going into lap 25. We are now on lap 26 of 27. The safety car will pick up the leaders. Let's have a look at the penalty situation, because this is going to throw it to... Wow. And you got Harv will drop to 11th, I'm sure. Denmark will remain in 12th. This is going to cause havoc, this safety car on the field. When you thought it was all over, I mean, Mitch realistically here was on for a podium. And this is how crazy it is. Sparks has got 1 second, has got 1 lap to gain 3 seconds on FTH and Mitch. Sorry, Sparks and FTH have 1 lap to gain 3 seconds on Mitch. That's not going to exactly be the easiest of challenges. So we can see Mitch is now catching up now. I don't think Denmark is going to catch up with the safety car. The safety car must come in this lap. You cannot yet. So we're going to have 1 lap of racing. Where are we? So I mean, H Taylor is already going to be up to 7th. Is up in 7th. He's going to get 6th. With I have in the 20-second penalty, and there's going to be safety laps going here, there and everywhere. Who is going to get it? We've got 1 lap to go at Monza, and yeah, Jim with 1 lap to go, 5-second penalty. I'm guessing that is Sparks going into the back of Jim. Let's see. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of instant reports to review at the end of this race, and we're getting going. We are go here for the final lap at Monza. DRS train all the way down to HT in 7th, but right now Marcus is, I mean, we're gonna have a lot of instant review of the next 24 hours, I'm sure. That HT down the inside, there's gonna be contact here. How was there not contact? I mean, this is why this is tier 1 and the creme de la creme. How those cars got on through turn 1 with no contact there is absolutely insane. We've got Kieran having spun out. Kieran has retired from the race on the last lap. We got HT, Mitch and I have. There is contact there between the 2 drivers. Nothing untoward, just wheel-to-wheel action. Harv battling hard here, I'm presuming, as Mitch runs wide. Harv is out. Harv is out, has gone into wall, having to react to that. Mitch has dropped to 9th. And as I live and breathe, we are going to see one heck of a final sector here. FTH. H Taylor rapidly closing on Marcus and FTH. Wow, what a race. Let's get on board with our race leader, Little Jim, who's battling for his life against Sparks. Even though Sparks does have 3 seconds more penalties on just 1 corner to go. Who's going to take the checker flag? Little Jim is going to take the checker flag. Sparks is finishing in 2nd. Marcus in 3rd, but gets promoted to 3rd. I don't even want to guess what this grid is going to end up as in the end, but that is tier 1 round 2 of the OBF1 Racing League finished. And wow, what a race. In the final system, sorry, what I'm looking for, the final leaderboard, I'm sure there are going to be a lot of decisions to change and look at, but as we can see here, Short Marcus on the top step of the podium, followed by H Taylor, followed by, I'm not actually sure who the Alpine driver is. It's not going to be Sparks, it's going to be Paul Harrison. It must be Paul Harrison, yeah. So yeah, Short Marcus on the top step of the podium, followed by H Taylor, and then Paul Harrison, followed by FTH, followed by Little Jim. Then Eat My Dust in 6th, Sparks in 7th, Cyberspace in 8th, Mitch in 9th, and Denmark in 10th. I have and Kieran both retiring on that last lap, but finishing 11th, 12th, and FTH picking up the fastest lap of 120.468 for the Alfa Romeo driver. So guys, that is your commentary for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the action. I know I've enjoyed talking about it, so thank you so much for tuning in. I am Pete W, head of league for OBF1. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Have a great week, guys, and we will catch you for Monday for the Power Rangers League. Have a great week, everyone. Take care. Bye.